So we briefly mentioned somebody yesterday, kind of glossed over him, but I wanted to go back and kind of talk about the most infamous of the 12 disciples, Judas Iscariot. Welcome to Walking Through the Word. For today, we're in John chapter 12, and we've been in the first section of it, and Judas Iscariot makes an appearance in verse 4 when it says, one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, who was later to betray him, objected. Now, if we look at why Judas objected, it gives us a bit of an insight onto, on who he is and what he was looking for. You see, obviously, Judas was a Jew of some kind, and he was probably a very passionate Jew about wanting to see the Roman Empire overthrown. And this kind of played into his expectations of what Jesus was going to do for him. You see, Judas never bought into the spiritual aspect of Jesus. It's very obvious by his decision. He became eventually disenfranchised by Jesus because Jesus was not focusing on the physical part. This is where Judas was much like a lot of the other people that were looking for a Messiah. They were looking for someone that was going to be a conqueror. Judas was hoping to follow in the coattails of Jesus. This is why he says, not because he cares about the poor, but because he wanted to be rich. Judas was not a man of character. He was someone who wanted simply to have the fame and the fortune that was associated with being with the Messiah. Basically, Judas thought, hey, if I ride on the coattails of Jesus, when he ascends to the throne here on earth, I'm going to get it. And unfortunately, Judas missed it. But we can too. It's not hard for us to put our own expectations on God and to be disappointed when he doesn't do what we think he should do. This kind of played into the question why that we asked a few days ago. When God doesn't meet our expectations, which one of us is mistaken, us or God? We know it's God, right? No, it's not. It's us. It is absolutely us. We are the ones who have to change our expectations about God. See, God is not some Jesus in a box that he's placed into the parameters that we think he should be in. He's far beyond that. And I think all of us that have followed God, followed Jesus, have recognized that there are many times when Jesus surprises us, throws a curveball, if you will. It's not a curveball to him. It's a curveball to us and our expectations. We can end up becoming disenfranchised with God because he didn't meet what we thought God should be defined as. This is exactly what happened to Judas Iscariot. He thought Jesus should have been this way, not listening and recognizing that Jesus said, I am this way. When Judas was looking for a conqueror, he didn't realize that Jesus was a conqueror, but he was a conqueror of something far greater than some empire that was going to come and go. I mean, the average life of an empire is only a couple of 100 years. This was something that was going to last for eternity, that was going to benefit all of humanity. Judas had the right idea of following in the coattails of Jesus. The problem was when Jesus didn't meet his expectations, suddenly Judas decided, you know what? It's time to ride someone else's coattails. It's time to find someone that makes me feel more comfortable about me, more comfortable about how I think things should go, rather than recognizing the sovereignty and the power, the omnipotence, the omniscience, the omnipresence of God, all of the things that God is, that is far beyond our understanding and comprehension. We only know a small portion of God. We have no idea why God does what he does. Not because he's trying to be subversive, but because we just flat out can't understand God fully. Judas missed this. And so Judas now will forever not only be in infamy, but will forever be condemned because of this. And it was only too late, as we see in the Gospels, when he realized what he had done, that he had hitched his wagon to the wrong person, to the wrong idea, to the wrong thing. Instead of going with the Messiah, he chose self. This is a great warning for all of us. And every single day we have an opportunity to choose the Messiah or choose self. My question to you, my question to me is, which one are you going to choose?